as the whitecaps roll in on the bay. As he lets out a sigh, a tear rolls from his eyes, and his memories recall yesterday. He thinks of his make and break engine, and his boat so seaworthy and strong. His heart skips a beat, a smile comes to his cheek, and his mind laps the pages of time. The good days are gone, boys. They'll never be the same anymore. The big fish won't float when you close the doorways, and the bumper load days are home. The days of plenty no more. His mind takes him out on the ocean as he gently rolls on the waves. As he slides across the tide, his mind on a high, and his thoughts are off yesterday. He then stops his boat at his fine fishing spot, and his grappling's tossed over the side. As he unreels his jigger, his adrenaline flows, and he pulls one over the side. The good days are gone, boys. They'll never be the same anymore. The big fish won't float when you close the doorways, and the bumper load days are gone. The days of plenty no more. Then a door it slams shut as he's brought back in time. A frown comes to his face. They've taken his pride and his dignity, but his memories they cannot erase. So the good days are gone, he must carry on, and be proud of the things that he's done, and hope and pray that his sons will someday help the tradition live on. The good days are gone, boys. They'll never be the same anymore. The big fish won't float when you close the doorways, and the bumper load days are gone. The days of plenty no more. The big fish won't float when you close the doorways, and the bumper load days are gone. The days of plenty no more.
But the closest I've been to heaven's gate is when the plane touches down in Deer Lake. So look out, people, get out of my way. I gotta get me off of this plane. I'm not gone crazy, it's always this way when the plane touches down in Deer Lake. I do a little jig on the old tarmac, so run and tell my mama it's so good to be back. this way when the plane touches down in Deerley. Yeah, look out people, get out of my way, 'cause I gotta get me off of this plane. I'm not gone crazy, it's always this way when the plane touches down in Deerley. Oh, when the plane touches down in Deerley.
People without court ways, but there's nowhere to use them, and now it's too late. And they curse on the one who uttered the phrase, resettlement now while resettlement pays. He sits on the dock and he looks across the bay and watches his memories as they pass on the waves, and he wonders what cards fate might have dealt if he'd told those officials to go straight to hell. 'Cause you can't take a man from the soil where he grew, lest you know how to solace his mind when you do. And for God's sake, don't say how much greener's the grass, 'cause those uprooted people saw it wither too fast. You can launch a house easy and tow it away, but the home doesn't move, it continues to stay. And the dollars you make, sure they'll keep you alive, but they won't soothe the heart and they can't ease the mind. He spits on the plank and the memories roll. The spring sun is shining, there's a lop in the cove, and the shoreline is dotted with lobster pot boys, but his boat's full of weeds and there's tears in his eyes. Don't take a man from the life that he knows and tear up his roots and expect him to grow, 'cause if